You're listening to Bark and Wag's 15-Minute Vet Talk. Each week, your host, Polly Requa, interviews veterinarians and individuals in the pet industry from across the nation answering pet questions. Bark and Wag podcast is produced weekly for your enjoyment, and show notes can be found at barkandwag.com under the podcast tab. That's BARKNWAG.com. Please remember to subscribe to Bark and Wag 15-Minute Vet Talk.
Thank you for listening to Bark and Wag 15-Minute Vet Talk. Bark and Wag is dedicated to protecting our dogs through advocacy, education, and supporting like-minded dog lovers by selling custom pet products. Bark and Wag is excited to announce our new partnership with a Colorado hemp farm to produce a line of CBD products for your pets. Bark and Wag has CBD pet tincture available in 300, 750, 1200, and 2400 milligrams. Bark and Wag CBD is pet safe, no THC, it's made in the USA, and is CO2 extracted. Please check out Bark and Wag's website, barkandwag.com. That is BARK, to see our line of CBD and awesome merchandise. We love pooch ideas for podcasts and merchandise, so anytime send an email to Polly at barkandwag.com with your suggestions.
Welcome to Bark and Wag 15-Minute Vet Talk. I'm your host, Polly Requa. Today we're talking to Cindy Myers, Animal Intuitive. Welcome, Cindy.
Hi, Polly.
Thanks for coming on the podcast. I wanted to have you back to discuss what is going on in August.
Well, we got a couple things coming up in August that'll be fun. Besides my normal Animal and Emotions webinar, which is August 24th, I have a special class I'm going to be teaching alongside Jen Weigel for her Social Spirit Club. And that is August 30th. And it's an intro to animal communication class, which is going to be a lot of fun it's going to be on Zoom. So you don't even have to be anywhere but home. And we use my animals for you to tap into, or the students. And it's a lot of fun. I've been teaching these classes, semi-private classes, for about over a year now this way using Zoom. And it's just a lot of fun. And the students really learn actually quite quickly, even at a distance. So, and it's a lot of fun because they use my alpacas.
Oh, and those are very spiritual animals.
They're very spiritual animals, and they're highly intuitive. So they're really easy. They're much easier to learn how to intuitively communicate with an animal using them versus your dog and cats. So
can you explain, because I'm originally from Chicago, so I know who Jen Weigel is, but for the people that do not, can you explain a little bit about her?
Sure. Jen Weigel is an Emmy Award-winning author and journalist, and she works a lot with folks like myself. She hosts us in different formats, in person and now in Zoom format. Thanks to the pandemic, we've gone more high-tech. And so she just interviews us, and we do demos, and it's just, she has such an eclectic and amazing group of different spiritual people of all sorts of backgrounds. And I highly recommend checking out her website for different topics and people that she hosts and interviews. And that's what I normally do. But this time she really wanted to have me teach a class. We've been trying to get me out there, but it just hasn't worked out. So she asked the other day, recently, to see if I was capable of teaching it online. And I said, of course, I do it all the time. So yeah, we set this up, and that's what we're going to be doing through her site and through her format.
Oh, that would be great, because she has quite a following as well.
Yes, she does. She has a very big following, not just in Chicago area, but all over. All over. She's written some amazing books, so check her out if anybody wants to learn more about it.
So I'll put in the show notes information on Jen, also information on this program that you're doing with her.
Right, and it's a very limited attendance this time, just because I want to make sure everybody gets one-on-one practical experience in trying out how to intuitively communicate. So we have a limited class size. for this time, but hopefully people are interested. We'll take wait lists, and we'll do it again if we get enough interest in it. So it's a lot of fun. I've taught it in person. I've taught it, like I said, on Zoom, and students really get a lot out of it, and it's just really fun.
And so do you have someone that will video as you're talking to your animals?
I don't know if she's going to videotape it. It's all on, that's just her program. I'm more the guest.
No. Okay. So what I meant was somehow you're going to have to be on video, right? So
it's on Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but your animals, you have to be out in your farm.
I have photos of all my animals. And so I share a picture of my animals, which is how I work a lot of times, especially during my animal and emotions webinar. We just need a photograph, and you tap in. You'll be tapping in through me intuitively. So I teach everybody how to do it. And what's nice about doing it this modality is you really have to let go of your preconceived notions and projections. And so the student really intuitively taps in because they don't have any visual things that can muddy up the waters.
Okay.
Really works.
So
trust me, it works.
Yeah. Well, I know because a lot of times you'll help people that have lost their dogs. Yeah. So it has to be a picture, right? Okay. Yeah. So I'm putting it all together. So that sounds really kind of like a fun class.
Yeah, it's fun. So for folks who, you look at your pet and you wonder what the heck they're thinking or feeling.
Yeah.
And you just have no clue on how to even begin to ask or find out. And so I'll be teaching a really simple tool, how to ask a yes and no question.
Okay.
How you start.
And is there a fee?
Yeah, I think she's charging $125.
Okay.
And
how long is the class?
I believe it's a 2-hour class.
Okay. Oh, that sounds neat. And can you just once again say when the date is?
It is August 30th, Tuesday, 4 p.m. my time, 5 yours. So 6 o'clock Central.
Okay. So 6 to 8 Central time. Oh, that sounds fun. All right. And what else do you have going on in August?
So, like I said, I have the Animal and Emotions webinar on Wednesday, August 24th. And then on my human version, it will be August 10th.
Okay.
The Animal and Emotions webinar, what I do on that is, last time it was a really important topic. And so we might do a little follow on that. And it was about fear and aggression, because it's just been a huge question or issues that's been popping up lately. So we talked about that. And then I do demo readings of certain people's pets. And I did not have enough time. I got a lot of photographs from the attendees, so I didn't have enough time to do everybody. So hopefully there'll be more time to do that for the next webinar, and people really enjoy that part where they get to experience how I work.
Okay. And can you let everyone know how they get a hold of you?
Sure. The best way is through my website, yourenergyhealer.com. And there's a contact page there that you can reach me either by phone or by email.
Great. And I'll put all the information in the show notes. So you have a pretty packed August.
I do. Between that, and I also do an online healing circle, which is guided meditations. And I do those almost every Saturday and alternate Wednesdays from my webinars.
Great. Well, I look forward to having you back on the show and letting us know what classes are coming up. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for listening to Bark and Wag's 15-Minute Vet Talk. If you like what you just heard, we hope you'll pass along our web address, www.barkandwag.com, to your friends and other pet owners. Have a pressing question for a veterinarian? Ask your question at barkandwag.com under the podcast tab. This has been a KFR production. Join us next time for another edition of Bark and Wag's 15-Minute Vet Talk.